Ireland have had a stellar second half. They piled on the pain and the points on Romania. Really worthwhile minutes into the legs of so many of these players in their first competitive game since the conclusion of the Six Nations Championship. Jonathan Sexton has got the best part of an hour, and Ireland will really be feeling rather pleased with themselves. The hard work still to be done, the bigger tests still to come down the track. But when everything is sized up, they can be justifiably happy with their exploits at Bordeaux this afternoon. It has finished in Bordeaux, and Ireland have broken the 80-point mark. They have beaten Romania by 80 points to 8.
Dave Allen, thank you very much. So I think it's fair to say a lot of boxes ticked. Opening game of the World Cup for Ireland, 82 points to 8, 12 tries to 1. 2 tries for that man there, 2 for Sexton, 2 for Bundy Aki, 2 for Tyke Byrne, and plenty to be happy about. Just to mark your card, tomorrow, brilliant day's rugby here in Virgin Media. We have what should be a very intriguing game. South Africa against Scotland in Ireland's pool. Join us from 4 o'clock. And then Wales-Fiji, another brilliant game in prospect there on the way on Virgin Media 1. So back to Bordeaux. We have Alun Wyn-Jones and Matt Williams and Rob Kearney here in studio. Rob, a few, and we're talking quibbles, a few sloppy moments early on, but then you have to say Ireland really hit their straps. Minutes into Sexton, no injuries. Very good first day at the office.
Very, very good. I'd go as far as saying the perfect day. Of course, there's a few little things that didn't go to hand, but when you have the ball for that long a period in a game and there's a lot of offloading going on, there's bound to be a few errors. But like you say, I thought Sexton was really good. We questioned before the game, could they show that everyone was on the same hymn sheet, that they were fit, that the skill level was good, the passing was crisp, the running lines, and it was all there. I think a really, really good first day for Ireland.
Yes, because Matt, we made the distinction before the game that, you know, you arrive after the pre-season period and you can find yourself at a World Cup either chasing your form or growing nicely into the tournament. So I think we're happily taking a steer towards growing nicely.
Without doubt. We compare that back to the last time Ireland had a World Cup opener in France in 2007, where they struggled against, you know, both Namibia and Georgia. You know, they really struggled. Here, they put this team away. Now we're saying, and rightly so, there was a couple of lineouts that didn't work. They dropped some balls and all that. It's 35-degree heat. It's their first hit out, but they score 80 points, you know, 80-plus points. We've just got to give them all the credit. So that's a good start. It's not perfect, and the opposition are different, but on the same breath, the opposition, and it sounds crazy when you score 80 points, they tried really hard. And that tells you how well Ireland had to play to score that number of points. There was a couple of periods of defence there where you're just going, wow, that's great D by the Romanians. So all that, and that's what Andy Farrell would want and the team would want. So I think all of those things means it's been a very, very good opening day for Ireland. They'd be delighted.
Yeah. Alan, come on. How good are we?
No, I think we said before we needed to see some testing phases, etc. I think when Ireland were under pressure, that's when some of the best tries were scored today. I think, you know, we talked about Johnny pre-game being square. The number of forwards that were taking the ball square and putting it through the hands and the tip and having a short line, someone on the shoulder. I think, you know, those basic skills to do it in such a messy game, which it was at times, is what you want to see.
It's funny you mentioned the forwards. I think we've started to really notice the last couple of years, the Irish forwards, the handling skills have just gone to another level. Maybe Tyke Furlong was the pioneer in some respects, but everybody seems to have come up to a certain level and there's an interplay between backs and forwards. Are we wrong to almost have Ireland near the top of the pyramid on that front?
No, definitely. I think we said as well that, you know, not force the pass. I think they took a couple of extra rucks breakdowns and the patience on the ball allowed, again, I think it was Peter Marnie's second try. And then as it broke up more, you noticed, I noticed they were taking the contact, but they were looking for the offload rather than the ground. And it just started flowing. Yeah, OK, the couple broke down towards the end. But I think when it breaks up, and Ireland can do that on the front foot. All right, they might not do it against some other opposition, but be able to do that and cut the shackles off and finish in the way they did, past the 80-minute mark is pleasing. I'm sure Farrell will be very happy.